Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good Thursday. The market, if you're watching GME, probably got pretty hyped up. Been a lot of anticipation for today and tomorrow and this next week. Liquidity tests supposedly happening today. All the money that the Fed loaned out, I don't think that's relevant. But yeah, margin calls being done. So I've heard all sorts of different stuff. We're looking at the charts though. Had this nice dip. This maybe was our little Volkswagen dip, and maybe it couldn't dip more than this because there's no more shares. No, like literally, there's no more shares. Not only could they not buy them in Europe and Asia, but someone was saying that's we're seeing the negative volume and the subtractive volume during the days because it's probably not shares being able to get filled from larger buys. So you're seeing volume throughout the day, and then it's canceling or rejecting ones, and then it's basically evening out the actual volume because stuff's not getting filled because they're not shares. That theory I feel like could be pretty true, which is insane, and which also makes me believe that this is good. This is very good. It hasn't fully broken out yet to make me think this is going to just keep going. Today with the liquidity test, it's possible that they're just letting it kind of run more natural. Kind of like back here, I didn't actually double check, but I think back here was a liquidity test also on the 26th of April, and we had that natural just grind up all day. It was so bizarre. I'd never seen GME move like that. And I'm thinking today we're kind of just seeing the same type of deal. But it is definitely good. I mean, we broke through different resistances. I don't even know if that's a word, but we had all these from earlier in the week or last week, and we broke through that top. Kind of broke through that top, broke through that one, and then we got rejected at the short term trend line. Not the big one. The big one we broke through before. We broke through down here. But this shorter term one, we kind of got rejected on that one. So I'd like it to break through all the different resistances we have, at least the angular ones. The horizontal ones, yeah, of course, that's good too. But once we've broken out of that, I feel like that will be something totally different. And when it's different, it's good. So but once we've broken out of this one, then we'll just look at each kind of different resistance, like this one, and then, maybe this one and that one, and on we go. But that might be, the start of it. This, however, this could be the start of a gamma squeeze. Tomorrow, we'll see. If we have 30 minutes left. I don't know if there's enough time for it to break through that resistance. Wow, SPY is ripping right now. The tweets that GME posted, they actually deleted them. I'm not too sure why. There's different speculation. It's not a big deal to me. I didn't need them to tweet that to make me any more convinced of this. It did definitely hype me up. And the fact they deleted them didn't discourage me. It's probably one theory is Ryan Cohen tweeted about being the picture of being a GameStop, and it was the GameStop that was basically like the closest one to the SEC headquarters in DC. And so potentially he was at the SEC headquarters in DC. So potentially he was there. I don't know, but they've started being able to count the votes, so they've probably already seen it. There's already 100% in, and it's just beginning. So maybe he paid them a visit. It's weird to do it in person, in my opinion. I would imagine it's weird, but maybe not. Also, maybe it was them, kind of saying you can't have this stuff on your Twitter. You got to take that stuff down. I don't know. I saw a post saying that, and I was like, that could be. Seems weird to do all in person, but at any rate, liquidity test is good. Margin calls are good. Another thing that's interesting and different about this time, and I don't know if I haven't checked GME, but they did have a negative beta, basically where they would kind of inverse the market. And today, so here's my theory. Today, it didn't. They actually ripped up together This is, let's see, 1350. Yeah, at the same time. So this SPY ripped up today, same time this ripped up. And my theory is maybe today it's not really, maybe the beta's kind of changed on GME today, possibly because of the liquidity test. And so things are running more naturally. And it's not all being manipulated and jacked, because if GME is going up, the market going down, GME balances the market potentially. GME is the one that's holding it all up in truth and honesty. When GME is going up, we know the world is true and honest. Because look, also the VIX, the volatility goes down. I mean, this typically goes down when the market goes up, but look, we've got the VIX, the volatility index, coming down when GME was ripping. It's been the opposite of that prior. And I mean, my theory is that if they've SEC or whoever's got eyes on what's going on in the market today, then everything, you know, all the little schoolboys have to make sure their shoes are tied and their bow ties are neat, so no one can be getting in trouble. So that's what it looks like. I mean, the SPY is definitely in bearish territory, and I believe that. I have puts on the SPY, and I got them right here. So actually, I got calls yesterday. I timed it. I was actually able to do it. Caught the bounce, sold the calls right here, and then got puts like right here. And I was like, okay, they're already working. I was a little early on it, so I got them for Monday, not Friday. But then we had this epic rally right here, and that was along with GME. So GME might be bringing justice and fairness to the stock market. I mean, we know that kind of is on the back end in a sense, but we might literally be seeing it right here with candlesticks. Not to say that if GME goes up, the whole market should, but it is kind of peculiar that this is happening today when the last time GME has run, the market's kind of been tanking. So, but that's maybe when there's sorts of shenanigans going on in the background. So I don't know. I got some more exposure for this week, and I got some for next week already. Got a little hyped. Those GME tweets did hype me up. We have broken through a lot of resistance here. I'd like to see it break through this one. If we don't break through this one, see, we're already overbought on the daily. We really need to break this one. So I've got, this account's up $3 grand today, which happens when you're not diversified at all. Put it all into GME. So some of that's shares. Let's see, 500 shares, and then I guess the rest is 2,500 in options. They've got this credit spread, which should be good as long as GME closed above 157.5, and it looks like it will now, but it's, you never know. So we'll see. I'm gonna probably keep that one open for today. I did close. I had a 4:30 call expiring tomorrow, and it was actually up like 60%. It was a cheap call, and I sold that one out. Maybe too early, but I'm gonna trim some of this because this might just be hitting this resistance and coming back down into this range. But like I said, until it totally breaks out of here, I'm not thinking that this is something different. I'm thinking that this is just another one of these rallies and bouncing off the resistance, hitting a support and bouncing off resistance. So far that's what we're seeing, and yeah, unless we see a breakthrough there. The volume today is pretty good. It's definitely better than it's been. It's not epic by any means. Look on the daily. I mean, it's a little above average we've had in the last, I guess, 2 weeks. Last time we had more volume though. I guess that was 3 weeks. This is probably the most volume we've had. There we go. Most volume we've had this month. There you go. I mean, the month's been very, very low volume, but today we're at 8 million. We've got 30 minutes left. So we need the volume to see this work out. I mean, if we get 10, 20, 50 million in here, it would be going crazy. But yeah, anyways, shares being disappeared in the after hours, and even volume. I saw a ticker on Yahoo where the volume was going up. Typically the volume just goes up during the day because volume is shares traded, but it was going up and then it was going down, and then it's really strange. And that could be just stuff not getting filled because there's nothing to fill. There's no sellers. So I don't know, that theory seemed pretty smart, but on the hourly we are overbought. It's still very, very bullish, and I guess this could kind of be a cup and handle setting up. No, because cup and handle is usually on like a bearish run. I don't know. I don't usually try and follow cup and handle patterns, but It might be, because we might have a little sell-off tomorrow and Friday. And then that'd make Monday a crazy day. Because this is a pretty nice little cup. And that would kind of prove my theory where it's not going to break this resistance. Maybe it needs to consolidate some more before it breaks that. But yeah. Anyways, these, so I got some for, let's see. Actually, these on this account, they all expire tomorrow. And then on Webull, I got 2 calls for next week for 4:30, the top calls. And basically, that's just in case this squeeze has started. So that gives the best return if you think by next week it's going to be 1,000 by Friday, which I know seems ridiculous, but you guys are like, it's going to be way higher than that. So there you go, long call 4:30. So if it's $1,000 by Friday, this option would be 58,000%, be worth 56,000. So I got a couple of those. You can see it here. So I'll just change this little graph. So here you go. And this doesn't include volatility. So this is, I think, without any implied volatility. So depending on how fast it's going up here, this will be worth a lot more. So yeah, we'll see about those. And then I also got some, so I've got 2 of those naked calls on here. And then actually TD, I don't have anything for next week. So I'll wait to see on that. And then on E-Trade, we've got these put credit spreads for this week, and GME has to close above 160. This is a pretty small play. 2,200 though, it'll be nice. It'll help out. That closes out of the money, and max loss is 500 on that. And then this one for next week is a low risk, high reward. That makes any sense. So it's only max loss only 209. It's kind of it's a YOLO, but it's not spending much for the YOLO. 54,000. So it's kind of like that naked call, but there's a debit spread. So I'm capped at 54,000 on this. So this is 11 debit spreads, 370 to 420 calls. And GME doesn't have to go to 1,000 though for this to make 54K. It only has to go close at above 422. So, you know, maybe it'll close above, maybe 420 by next Friday. All you weed smoking hippies would love that. So yeah, this account's good except for Airbnb today. Yeah, getting jacked. And tomorrow we'll have to figure out what's going on with that covered call. They've got earnings coming up too. Yeah, this is kind of just teetering off. I should maybe close this one. It's such a small position, I might just leave it. The 165 I should maybe close though. Yeah, I'm gonna close the 165. It got rejected there. I'm gonna close this one. Figure out how I can do this. Oh, I've got this other one. I was trying to leg in actually, and it wouldn't let me do that on here because I don't have collateral. I'm just trying to leg in. I'm trying to use my call I bought as I don't even know how this stuff works yet. I just make sure getting my credit. Submitted. All right, let's see if it sells. So yeah, I'll get a little less exposure for tomorrow, but that's okay. Got to play it a little safer. See Fidelity. Or no, that's TD. See how they fill that. And then I'll have this credit spread for tomorrow too. So this one should be good. That's pretty far down. And yeah, I was pretty focused on that. But the SPY, so SPY is crazy here. It's ripping up. I got some puts on it. The other puts that we bought, I bought calls right here yesterday. Boom. Those like doubled. It was a small play, 70, 80 bucks maybe. Let me see, I think it was on here, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, and then I've got VIX too. Why is it VIX W? What is that? That's weird. VIX W. Here's the calls. So I got the calls. They cost. This is confusing. They're puts. Okay, well, here we go. About to open. These are the puts I got today. All right, whatever. So I got puts for Monday, not not Friday. Because this might trade flat tomorrow before it drops again. There are 400 puts on the SPY. And then, yeah, we got some VIX calls. I already sold out of those before. Oops. VIX was dropping down today because the SPY was going up. So I got some calls for that, for the volatility come back. But again, GME today did something abnormal. It ran up, the market and GME ran up together, and the VIX dropped all at the same time. So that was cool. Very cool. Our Robinhood account is now closed. We're on Fidelity. I need to set it up so I can show you guys. But it's getting wrecked pretty hard. No big deal there. I've been sharing some, I've been on Discord today. There's a lot of good different DDs on here. Potential inflation could lead to financial. If you don't know what reverse repo is, that's a good one. And then the stress tests, lots of good ones on here. So jump on our Discord if you guys hadn't. In the description, and then follow us on Twitter at HappyMoneyYT. And sub up, like up, comment down, because Happy Money sticks around. And this would be cool if it went crazy after hours. I'm not certain. Let's see that fill. Nice, that got filled. So yeah, trimming a little bit of exposure. Still have these, and then of course the shares. I won't sell the shares, not a sellout. But yeah, it's so far hasn't broken through that resistance, and so I'm not optimistic yet that this is beginning anything. If it breaks through that, I think we could see a gamma squeeze for tomorrow, and then coming into next week, who knows? Who knows? All bets are off for where it goes. Thanks guys. See you tomorrow. Peace out.